wait for it. And we are now live. So, hello, greetings, and welcome to the Slam Jam Wrestling Show here on the Extreme Improv Extremes YouTube channel, as well as the Slam Jam Wrestling Show YouTube channel. Head over to www.youtube.com/@Slam Jam Wrestling Show, and please F5 that subscribe button. Yeah, do you know what? Like, as I did this though, I punched my microphone because I've got a microphone just out of shot there. So that wasn't smart. Hopefully they can still hear me. How are you, Gav?
I'm good. Yeah. Busy week. But yeah, all good.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Well, yeah, it's been busy week. Obviously, this is like, you know, as we were saying just before the start of the show, it's Valentine's week. And I just feel that since we don't have the great Carly with the kiss cam anymore, like romance in the world of wrestling has just gone dramatically downhill.
It's flattened out, hasn't it? We have got Beth and Edge though, haven't we? So
Beth and Edge, Becky and what's his face. You know, there are a few. You know,
and that can even be a triple threat with Bailey now putting her little claws in. So
yeah, well, but like Bailey, she doesn't hug. You know, so she's not.
That's true.
Although Tony Khan makes up on the hugging front, he is the new Bailey.
He is the resident hugger, isn't he?
Yeah, he is the resident hugger. Now, on this note, today, things that we're going to cover predictions for this Saturday's upcoming Elimination Chamber. We're getting closer and closer. I think literally a week after that, we will have AEW Revolution, their first pay-per-view of the year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And all kinds of other stuff has been going on. It feels like one of the things that's a bit sad is the last few weeks, there's always been like a death in the wrestling world. Like every time there's been a show for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row. And this week, Jarrett, it's turned out, has passed away. Did you ever? What are your thoughts or memories on Jarrett? Because I'll be honest, I know that he started TNA with Jeff, but not terribly much.
That was going to be me. That was going to be the same thing that I was going to say. Unfortunately, I didn't really delve back in the past too much with regards to like the bygone era. So
yeah.
I don't really know that much.
Really. I don't know how much he actually was a wrestler. I don't think he was like a wrestler for years and years. I think he, at a certain point, he kind of got out of wrestling and was just a promoter.
Okay. It's all news to me. So.
Yeah. Okay, one thing, see if you remember this, memories of Jarrett. The two other things that come to my mind other than starting TNA.
Yeah.
Was that at a certain point, it was suddenly Jarrett, I believe, was with Brock Lesnar. Really? Returning, when Brock left WWE after WrestleMania match with Goldberg.
Yeah.
Like a year and a half later, it was that Jarrett was at WWE headquarters with Brock Lesnar.
Wow. Okay.
I swear I'm not making this up. I will fact check this in a second.
I was going to say that's a bit odd pairing, but yeah.
It was, but it didn't come to anything. And if I remember correct, so would it have been WWE back then? It would have been WWE, not WWF. So Jarrett and Brock Lesnar. I'm sure this is a thing. They reported it on WWE.com. I'm sure of it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm completely making this up. Everything now everything's just saying about Jarrett in the fact that he's passed away. So I'm not finding anything Jarrett, Brock Lesnar. But I'm certain it was Jarrett turned up at Titan Towers with Brock Lesnar, and they didn't work out a deal between Brock and WWE. And I think this was the story where in the meeting, Vince was like, well, I hear you've got a new tattoo. And then Brock was super pissed off that he was in a business meeting and had to take his shirt off to show his big, like, sword tattoo. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Give yourself a point for that one.
Boom. Bonus point over here. There is one other memory I've got of Jarrett. Oh, yeah. Jarrett was apparently the person that when Vince was going to go to prison for, like, the steroids and all that in about 94, Jarrett was going to be the one in control of WWE, and it just didn't happen because Vince avoided jail. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That is.
It is. It's like crazy to think that Jarrett was going to be put in that position. But where's Dave Green to verify if I'm telling the truth?
Yeah, we need Guru Green.
Yeah, it's like look, on this show, between yourself, Gav, I'd like to say myself as well, and Dave Green.
Yeah.
I think we have all of the bases of every aspect of wrestling covered.
I think so, yeah.
And if there's something where you're not sure, and I'm like, I think so, we just need the third man to confirm it or not.
That's right.
You know, between the three of us, we have it all.
David is the one with that. He's got the knowledge. I'm impressed with what he can remember. So
yeah, absolutely. But anyway, so it's very sad for Jeff Jarrett. Did you see any of Dynamite last night? He wrestled.
I saw a tiny bit. I got up to what did I get up to? The end of Moxley's match.
I kind of checked out around the same time.
Oh right, okay.
I don't even think I quite made it to the end of it, but I don't know. I'll try to see if there was anything significant happened. But the thing was, I think they were in Texas. Now, obviously Jeff Jarrett's not from Texas. Jerry Jarrett, I don't believe, is from Texas, but they're more like a southern wrestling family. When the Acclaimed came out and he was like, respect to your dad, but you're still a douchebag, I was like, wow, I hope Jeff was made aware of this one.
I hope so.
Because I'll be honest, the audience didn't seem to dig it that much.
No. It was a bit too soon.
It's so too soon. But maybe Jeff was like, my dad would have loved to have been mentioned on the show.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Maybe it's the case of that. And also, Jarrett, being a professional, wanted to carry on and just work the match and then still the ultimate heel kind of thing. So,
well, yeah, absolutely. And Sanjay Dutt, like his character now, if he could have been that character if he could have had that charisma when he was in TNA.
I thought he was really good in TNA. I
thought he was really good, but he was kind of straight-laced, baby face.
Yeah.
But like he plays this sniveling kind of
so
thing really well.
Yeah, he does do this really well. He's like that guy that you just want to beat up, isn't he? So
yeah, absolutely. And it's funny as well, just because in the dynamic of Satnam Singh there, and then you've got like old school Jeff Jarrett, and then Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt are kind of the same era.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously Jay Lethal, world champion caliber. Sanjay Dutt seems like he's sort of like the joke there, but he's not. Yeah. He's actually really good in the ring.
He is really good. Yeah. I actually like the whole I think it was like with SoCal Val, the whole Miss Elizabeth thing, and
and
Jay Lethal stealing SoCal from that was pretty good. That was
absolutely. Okay, I don't know if we mentioned it a week ago or whatever. Did we say that Miss Elizabeth still isn't in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, she's not in it.
That's weird. Weird to me.
She should be even the first woman. Like she was always like the first lady. So why isn't she in there like as the first lady?
I don't know. Is it probably just because she died, in sad circumstances, drug related or whatever?
Yeah, it could be.
Like it's weird to like say, but is Lex Luger in the Hall of Fame yet?
I'm not sure.
No,
I don't know why I think he is, but
I can't remember if Luger is. I don't think Luger actually is. And again, it might be because even though he does so much charity stuff and he's obviously had a lot of health problems, I think he's seen as a bit controversial as well. But
yeah, that's the thing as well.
I don't know. Okay, but what I do know is coming up this weekend, we have the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. So, are you excited for it?
I am, but I'm mostly excited once again for Sami Zayn. I just want to know what's happening there. That is night and day my main interest in the show.
Same here.
And I think they did a really, really good job on Raw with Cody and Sami in the ring. And I hope they were listening in the back, but the audience, they weren't. They've somehow avoided the situation of them being like, we want Sami, we don't therefore want Cody. It was like they want both of them.
They do, yeah. And I think this is like, I kind of had that feeling that was going to be the case. I didn't think they were going to really turn on Cody as such because, they could still do it, to be honest. But I mean, the only reason to turn on Cody was because he got that number 30 spot.
Yeah.
And they should have probably done that a little bit better, but they gave the final. But again, you're putting a little spin on it because Gunther was in there from number 1. And
Gunther, I was on Gunther's side in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, come on, he was in the number 1. He's been in there, like, and it turns out he's been in the longest of anyone ever.
Ever, yeah. So, like, psychologically, you're like backing Gunther all the time now. So it was a bit difficult, and they keep on placing him in weird positions with Cody, where you think that he's going to get booed, but it's actually all right at the moment. So he's doing well. Yeah,
no, I think if they're smart, they'll find a way to have the 3-way match.
Yeah.
And then if Roman keeps it, I'm kind of okay with it. I don't mind if Roman keeps it like another 6 years. I just want him to.
I don't mind either.
Let him beat the record.
I like Roman.
I believe it.
But the thing is also, like, I heard someone there mention the other day, I can't remember who it was. What if The Rock comes in and somehow does something to swerve the match at the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah.
So Sammy wins, and then it's Sammy and Cody at WrestleMania.
Whoa.
Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like I don't know. That could The Rock still decide to do it? I think, going by what we know about The Rock, where he's like, look, I don't want to fight Shazam. I want to fight Superman. I think he's looking at WrestleMania 39, and he's like, I think WrestleMania 40.
40, yeah.
Yeah. But he's probably, if he's had the conversation, he's probably been like, so if Roman keeps it until then, you know.
Yeah, you never know.
Gav, when watching Raw, I have a new conspiracy theory for us.
Oh, wow. What's that?
Okay, so Sami Zayn is still in the bloodline. You think at the Royal Rumble, the men's match went on first. Cody Rhodes or whoever wins the Royal Rumble, and then after they finish off Kevin Owens, they're like, we need to make sure that the bloodline wins at WrestleMania. As Sami Zayn was saying, I've been there when we have our discussions and our plots and our schemes.
Right, yeah.
It's like, what if we can get another man in the match so that we have 2 out of 3 chances, and that we just ensure that when it comes to it, Sami Zayn, you do the right thing and lay down for me. So that it seems like Sami and Roman are at each other. And it's like, and we even went to war at Elimination Chamber to test how much, you are a real member of the bloodline. And then whatever happens at the Elimination Chamber, it leads to a 3-way at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes. And then either at some point at the match or at the beginning of the match, suddenly Roman's just like this, hand up, and Sami is hand up as well.
Wow.
And it was all a plan the whole time.
That'd be really good.
Yeah.
That'd be good storytelling. But then, on the flip side, then where'd you go from there? But I mean, you said WrestleMania, but
The Rock.
The Rock. That's a whole year later, really. But where'd you go immediate from that? That's the only thing.
I don't know. Look, Gav. I don't do long-term story telling. I don't know. That it just crossed my mind. He said that he was in all the meetings and all of the planning. I was like, oh my God, what if he was still bloodline?
It could be.
Because if he doesn't win at Elimination Chamber, unless they are going to do Usos versus KO and Sami, I don't know where they go with Sami. And like, we haven't seen Kevin Owens since.
No, we haven't. So that's leading me to wonder if I don't know really. It's a bit suspect with like KO not being around. And
maybe it'll be that both the Usos beat up Sami at the Elimination Chamber, and then a broken Sami comes out after on like SmackDown. Yeah. And then KO comes out to save him or something.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, Jay is so over now as well. That's the thing at the moment. So do you keep Jay as a face? And
I don't know. It's like, this is the thing. There was the whole fist bump thing that they had on SmackDown a week ago. Like, how do they not address that? They've got to address that.
Because like this week I think it's Jimmy has this, or both Usos, staying at home to watch the TV or something.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't, as Heyman says, you have to watch the TV show because not while you're there live, you don't see
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good how they done
I
that.
thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
I thought that was clever because then it explains why they miss so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
How come they never address certain things?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we don't see it. We're here live,
And it's like what made me laugh is Jimmy and Jay, they're twins, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy's been trying to get hold of Jay all week, but it's only taken Friday night last week for Jay to then come return to do the match.
Well,
And
yeah, there
like,
you go.
Really? You couldn't just pop around his house or anything, or
well, exactly. It doesn't quite add up for why certain things don't happen until they're in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, although hang on, otherwise I'll forget it. Did you see Raw this week?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Right. Speaking of things that perhaps you'd see when you're at home or don't in the building, I do agree that perhaps you don't see everything when you're in the building, because the main event of Raw this week, we had Becky, Bianca, and we had Bayley.
Right.
And I'm trying to think who it was. It was Bayley slammed Becky Lynch on top of Bianca, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Becky was pinning Bianca. Bayley then climbs up to the top rope for the big elbow drop. The referee just stood there when Becky was pinning Bianca. She slammed her on top of her. Bianca's shoulders were down to the mat. Bayley was on top of her. It doesn't matter if she was face up or face down. It was a pin. And the referee stood there as Bayley climbed the top rope. And I was like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's like the referee could say, well, I knew it was about to be a move. But it's like, no, the match could have ended twice in this time.
That's right.
So, the referee obviously didn't see everything that you'd see at home.
That could be Becky's out then. She could be going back to that. And if they make that a storyline.
Who won the match? I literally just watched it. I've forgotten. Was it
Bianca won the match? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I've got to say it. Bianca, wow. Montez, lucky guy. That's all I'm going to say.
I was waiting a moment just to see what the angle you were going with that. If I was like, well, you're right there, Gav. And then you're like, no, I meant like she's the best wrestler,
Oh, yeah. She's the best wrestler, yeah.
Well, she is the EST,
She is. Funny enough, so am I.
Well, there you go.
That's her name's best. Yeah.
EST. Oh, yeah, so it is. You are the EST. The EST of the Slam Jam one.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay. So, do you know what? We need to take more advantages of this. When we've got... Oh, hang on. We may have someone joining us.
Oh, wow.
Literally.
Who's this?
Well, I'm gonna leave it. It's going to be a surprise for our audience as much as it's going to be
a surprise for
you, Gav. It looks like we literally are going to have a run-in. But when it says joining, we'll see. That might mean 5 minutes, but we'll see.
Right.
Okay, so 1 second.
Hopefully it's Corey as well. Like, he's got...
I wouldn't start picking who it's going to be. You'll be disappointed.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, or they'll be disappointed if you don't say them.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone.
Anyone? It said joining. If I was wrong, let me just check. So that'd be bad. But watching that match as well, Becky has obviously main evented WrestleMania, like legit main evented the final match before the pandemic. Bianca's had a main event with Sasha of night 1. And I was like, Bayley is as good as these guys. Bayley needs that main event at Mania.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Because of the women's roster, they've got a stronger women's roster than they've ever had. Because especially as they had Lita back and stuff like that. Like if you go back to the like 10, 15 years ago, and it's like, Trish, or maybe even a bit longer now, like Trish Stratus and Lita, it was kind of those two, and everyone else was a little bit of a, you'd still have Victoria and you'd have Beth Phoenix and Jazz and Molly, and so on and so forth. And if you go back even before that, when you'd have Jackie, and Sable, there'd only be like 2 or 3. But now you've got Bianca, you've got Becky, you've got Charlotte, you've got Ronda, you've got Bayley, you did have Sasha, and it's like all of these realistically, you can put in pay-per-view main events.
Exactly, and they're brilliant. All of the women. I actually prefer the women's division more than the men's. I'll be honest.
For what reason, Gav?
Well, my wife might be watching, but hey.
Yeah.
No, I think they're really good, and I think that their story, they actually promote their stories as well. They use social media to do that.
Yeah, it's
really
true.
do really well with regards to that. So,
yeah. Okay, hang on. I just need to ask when to this person that said that they're joining. Jump on. Right, let's see this. I said joining, and then this is like the slowest run in ever. I'm trying to think. What was that thing where someone was meant to do a run in and they missed it, and then like a wrestler was like, "Where the hell is who was that?"
That was Vicky Guerrero. She was meant to come
yes.
in.
Where the hell is Vicky? Yes, unbelievable.
Oh dear.
Oh man,
going crazy.
Okay, let's. I won't get into the full of the elimination if we are going to have a running, because this person can join us as well. But what else happened on Raw of significance?
I'm trying to think.
I can't remember. I've just
3 hours and I can't remember.
Yeah. Something with the Miz had. Oh, and then he lost again, right?
Yeah, it was Miz with the
Boogs
down with the boots and Seth. Oh, Boogs, you said. Boogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was probably better with Shinsuke, but I'm not feeling this Boogs.
No, I'm not either.
Who else was there?
Not a clue.
And Cody, as you said, but
do you know Cody and Sammy? That segment was really good.
I thought it was really good.
It might even be that look, Roman isn't there every week now.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can they hype up Elimination Chamber? They had Sammy and Heyman one time.
Yeah.
It's like if Roman is only going to be there every 2 or 3 weeks, it's like, well, put Cody in the ring with him, and then you can sort of give I hope it's you and me at Mania kind of thing.
Do you know what? I actually felt that made them look weak, and even Roman touched on it as well. Because then he was like, if you have to rally to have a pep talk to get yourself up to face me, he's already won, really.
Yeah.
I don't believe I can beat Roman. I'm like, why would you say that?
Because he knows he's on Roman's side.
Your theory might be right. You might have a good theory there.
I hope they do something like that, because it'd be creative.
Yeah, very.
Just have him rejoin, and then even when it gets to SummerSlam, Sammy could then turn on him and he was like, I was biding my time for whatever reason. Or just have it so that like Sammy's like, look, I'm bloodline for life.
Well, he did say that, and is it a case where Sammy brings the bloodline over to his side without Roman?
Could be. Like if Roman ever wanted time off, but
yeah,
if Roman wants time off, then he's not got the world title anymore.
Yeah, that's true. His contract, how long was his contract? I don't know. I don't really.
Roman's.
Yeah,
I've got no idea. Surely he can't
negotiate. Yeah,
I don't know. Like Roman isn't going to go to AEW.
Oh no! He's not meaning that he's going to go off. If anything, Roman's going to go to Hollywood. If anything, but
I see what you mean. Yeah,
that's what I was there wondering if he had a long contract. I know that it was a case with his contract now. He gets more time at home, So he's got 5 kids, I think.
5 kids.
Yeah, he's got 2 sets of twins and a little one as well. So
he's serious about that bloodline thing.
Yeah, very.
Wow, Roman Reigns. Let's look at how many kids he has. Roman Reigns. Right. Also, just whilst we're doing this, because it doesn't look like this run-in's going to happen. I'm not convinced. We'll see if there's any other breaking news. But I'm not sure that there is.
Breaking news.
Okay, so Roman Reigns. Let's see what we've got on him here. And don't know what it says. Right, football career, Shield. I don't want to read his whole career. Just get to. No, it doesn't say. Doesn't say about personal life. Oh no, personal life. He met and began dating Galena. That's an interesting name. They were married in 2014. Their first child, daughter, is 2007. Wow, she's almost ready to debut.
There you go. She's ready.
Yeah,
It's
17.
her and Simone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, and they had twin sons in 2016, followed by another set of twins in 2020.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow, that is a Samoan dynasty.
I don't know how you deal with that. I've got a set of twins myself. That's hard enough.
Do you actually? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Twin daughters. Yeah.
Oh my god, that must be a headache. Oh, hang on. On that note, no offense, Scavel, to your daughters, but like I do a lot of teaching and lots of children I know is a headache. But wait for it, we have a run in.
Oh,
TJ.
wow. TJ.
Hey,
How you doing?
how are you? I'm good.
We're good. Blast from the past. TJ, where art
Uh-huh.
thou?
You know the funny thing? I am actually in India right now. So I am literally, I'm not reporting from my mom's basement, but in my room in India, but technically my mom's apartment. So the one time I can actually say I'm reporting from my mom's basement and it being true. Oh shit, I'm breaking kayfabe. Sorry. I
There you
always
go.
report from my mom's basement. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's good to see you, TJ. It's been a little while. I don't know if we've had you on the show this year.
Yeah, I actually earlier this year I came back to India, and two of my friends from Germany, but like they're Italians, they also came with me. So we were traveling in India for a while, and they went back last week, but I decided to stay for 2 more weeks just to relax at home. And I go back on the 1st of March. So I'll be back.
Okay, awesome. Well, have you been
Yeah.
keeping up with the wrestling?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so just to catch you up, Cody left AEW.
Sorry?
I was going to say Cody left AEW.
Yeah. Oh, really? I had no idea.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
Next thing you're telling me he won the Royal Rumble and he's challenging Roman for the title. Like,
he is.
that would be crazy.
Now,
you wrote the script, didn't you?
Yeah. TJ, something we were going to get into is like predictions for Elimination Chamber that is this Saturday. Now, are you up to date with things like Raw, Dynamite?
I am more or less.
More or less. Well, let's hope it's a bit more and a little less.
For me, if you remember, I once said that I was really done with WWE. And it would take them a really good story to get me back as a fan. I think the Sammy Roman story is what got me back. I am so hooked to it. Like I so enjoy it.
Okay, so TJ, we'll let's start there. Where do you see Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania? Where do you see the Sami Zayn storyline going?
It's so it's like my heart says I really want to see Sammy be the one to pin Roman. Like I think Cody's story is to win the title that Dusty was never given. It doesn't have to be from Roman. It's WrestleMania. Give me a feel good moment. Give me Sami Zayn beating Roman Reigns. Like it's. I mean, at this point, I don't know if they're doing Rock versus Roman or not. That doesn't need the title. You could literally have Sammy win the title at Montreal, and then I don't know, just have Sammy versus Cody. They got a huge pop as well. I just really want Sammy to get at least one of the belts. At least like. What I don't want, what I think they're gonna do is have Sammy and KO take on you. Don't get me wrong, I love tag team wrestling. One of the reasons I really like AEW was they said that they were gonna make tag team wrestling on the same level as singles wrestling. But at this point, I really want
they will.
One day they will. But like at this point, I really want Sammy to win the big one. I really think he should get the Universal title. Like,
yeah. Well, TJ, you will have just missed, I believe. My conspiracy theory is that something's going to go wrong at Elimination Chamber. There'll be some sort of screwy finish, and then we're going to end up with a three-way at WrestleMania.
Way.
Oh, hang on, I haven't even got to the good bit yet.
Okay.
We'll
okay, sorry, go on.
Okay, we'll get a three-way at WrestleMania where it'll be Sammy gets screwed over or something, and then Cody will be like, I would happily share my world championship opportunity with Sami Zayn. They'll get in the match at WrestleMania. Sammy will be stood in one corner, Cody in another, Roman in another. Roman will put up the finger, and so will Sammy. And the whole thing was a plot just to ensure that the Bloodline have two men in the match at Mania.
Oh.
Basically, a handicap match.
Nice. Before this, I was gonna say a screw job in Montreal.
Oh wow!
Oh my god, it's in Montreal as
well.
Yes, it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That would be something. That would be something.
Yeah.
I could see like Sammy a triple threat match where maybe both Sammy and Cody they pin Roman at the same time, and they both they're like, yeah,
We'll
each
just
of us
take a
get
title
one.
each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, it took two guys to beat Roman, so
yeah,
strong.
Okay, could they actually do that? They both pin him at the same time. They're like, we are just taking a title each.
I mean, Roman did pin Edge and Danielson at the same time. This would just be the opposite of that.
Yeah. Like, the only thing is, it kind of, that to me, it just, even though I said it, it has the kind of vibe of when whoever it was at the time, I can't remember if it was Bianca or Charlotte or someone, like two of the women had the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, and they just traded them. They swapped belts.
It was Becky and Charlotte.
Becky and Charlotte. And it
they
was like...
threw it. They didn't even trade it. They threw the title. They're like, screw this thing.
Well, yeah, was it meant to be that like Becky wanted to hold two for a second and Charlotte went there?
Yeah.
Well, like that in the title histories, it's like that. Well, the asterisk next to this is they decided to swap belts just because one needed to be red and the other needed to be blue. And it's like literally, if you look at because they're called Raw and SmackDown Championships. If you look at the Universal Championship, it's blue. It used to be red. So just change the color of the strap. Don't end my title reign.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? But by that same logic as well, if you can just give someone a championship they didn't earn, then I think this confirms it. $1 Million Man being given the belt by Andre the Giant now should count.
It should count.
Now you say that. It is true. Yeah.
I mean, Triple H was given the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
I know.
That one really pissed me off.
Well, I can imagine the conversation was like, oh, think of the heat I'll get. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
That annoyed me so much.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's look at the other matches. So let's start there. Well, no, let's start. We'll get to the main event as we get to the main event, because that way we can build up to it and we might change our minds. So the matches for Elimination Chamber. First match listed here. We have Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Who is winning this?
Bobby who?
Bobby who?
I'm going to go Bobby because the Hurt Business is backing.
Well, my conspiracy theory over here is Bobby loses, and then he loses bad, and then you have like very battered Bobby backstage, and then MVP comes and he's like, see, we had this thing and we were pretty dominant. You want to have one more go at Lesnar? Why don't you have some backup this time? And then we have Bobby backed up by the Hurt Business versus Lesnar at WrestleMania.
But the thing is, he's already alluded to having his managers and other people. So it sounds like it's already in gear in that kind of.
I mean, there's gonna be some doing this match again at Mania. There's no way they're ending this feud at Elimination Chamber and not booking Lesnar for Mania. There's no way there. So
okay, here's a bold prediction for Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. One of them's going to get speared through the barrier next to the bell ringer, because it happens in every single Brock match now.
True, it's so true.
Or every single Bobby Lashley match.
Well, yeah, you know.
Well, if it's with a high
Brock or Goldberg.
I was going to say Goldberg makes an appearance.
Yeah. Oh. How about that for a three-way match at WrestleMania? Bobby, Brock, Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a rumor of them doing Walter versus Lesnar. What if Walter costs Brock the match?
Yeah.
Bobby gets his win.
Yeah.
We get Brock versus Walter at Mania.
For the Intercontinental title.
That's the one reason I don't see, like, that's the one thing holding this match back. I don't think Brock's gonna challenge for the IC title.
I always feel like if they did that, Brock should pin him and then not take the title and just walk out.
Like, yeah, whatever.
Well, no, just like
That would
they
make-
go to hand
I mean-
it to him and he just sort of looks at it and then just leaves. Because I like the Intercontinental title, but if I was Brock Lesnar, I'd be like, no, I don't even want this.
Yeah.
Mm.
But isn't that a challenge for Drew and what's her name? Sheamus? Would that be a match there? Triple threat,
Ooh.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works, but I think Brock versus Gunther has
It's better.
yeah, more of that ring.
Plus,
and then where does
I
Bobby
think-
go? At Mania. They've got
Sorry?
a month. Where does Bobby Lashley end up at Mania? Hurt Business versus Judgment Day or something? I don't know.
Could be that. Oh, yeah.
Judgment Day would probably be involved with Edge and Rey Mysterio. Like, they're probably doing Finn versus Edge at Mania and Rey versus Dominic. Ex-con Dom. He's a very dangerous man now.
Yeah,
Prison,
very,
yeah.
very. Yeah.
Prison changes people.
It does. That is one of the best stories. Okay, next up, speaking of which, we have Edge and Beth versus Finn and Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber. Personally, I think Finn and Rhea have to win.
I was going to say, they have to go over.
Rhea can't lose a month before
Exactly
her
that.
main
Yeah.
event.
She's got to be kept hot. Yeah.
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 You know,
Yeah, I think so
how
as
many
well.
times can Edge and Beth lose?
Is Beth from Canada, though?
I don't think so. Is she?
Don't think so.
If not,
Says she's American. I'll find out.
would
where-
also, yeah, would also make Rhea look pretty strong. And then Rhea could go on for her match at Mania, and Edge and Finn could have their match at Mania as well.
Yeah. Oh my God. Beth used to be married to Joey Knight. Did you know this?
Who's
Do you know
Joey
who
Knight?
Joey Knight is?
I was
No.
going to ask who's
Right. Do you know the movie Fighting with My Family?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember there's that? I don't even. To me, he seemed quite short. Maybe he isn't. But there was a wrestler who was like at the Performance Center or whatever it was at the NXT when Paige was being trained. And he's like, "Yeah, I really want to be an action figure." And it's that dude, Beth Phoenix, used to be married to him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's really bizarre to me.
You know, to be very honest, I found out that Beth and Edge are married they're like together when they announced that they have a kid. They're having a kid together. Before that, I had no clue that Edge and
I thought Edge
Beth-
was still married to
Yeah.
Vicky Guerrero.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay, so are we in agreement there though? Is it the Judgment Day going
It's
over?
Judgment. It
It's
has to be
got
the
to be.
Judgment.
It has to be, really.
Yeah, I don't think it can be. It almost feels a bit weird that Rhea has got this distraction before
Yeah.
the Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it has to close it off, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, then we have the Raw Women's Championship match: Asuka, Liv, Nikki, Raquel, Natalia, and Carmella. And the winner will go
Asuka.
against Asuka.
Asuka. Has to be Asuka.
Has to be, really.
Anything else would be a bad result.
It
over
would
here.
be very bad. Like, it has to be us.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. It's a different time. Obviously, we're in Canada. Natalia's there.
Nah.
Nah.
She's had her time.
She might be the last person like that Asuka eliminates, but nah, no way.
Not happening.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. In fact, you bring up a good point. Who's gonna be first in? Who's gonna be last eliminated? I don't even think it'll be Natty then.
No, is Alexa's in the match, right?
No.
No, I don't think she is.
It's Carmella, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalia, and Asuka.
Definitely Asuka.
Carmella's
Alexa
gonna be
was
eliminated
there.
first. Carmella will be eliminated first.
First,
Yeah.
with Corey Graves losing his mind at ringside.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, I don't know. Like, I can imagine we're going to have Liv and Nikki start things off. That's my prediction there. I think Liv Morgan's going to be the last eliminated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know what they really should do here? They should have Asuka eliminate everyone. She's like NXT Asuka. She has shades of her Kana character from Japan.
Yeah.
Have her murder everyone.
Wow. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. That would be a cool idea. They've never done that in an elimination chamber, have they?
No, they did.
They've done it. Yeah.
What's her name?
Who's it? Goldberg at one point.
No.
Well, then again, no, Goldberg.
Not him. It was a her. What's her name?
Oh wow, I forgot
the other, not Ronda Rousey, the Ronda's friend.
Oh, Shayna Baszler.
Oh,
Shayna Baszler, yeah, Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
With Braun Strowman, what they did was he eliminated everyone, but then Roman just speared and beat him.
Yeah.
So
Asuka needs to do that. So
Asuka needs to
that, because like Bianca's been beating everyone, so you need to have a credible person to go against. So
yeah. Okay, then we have the men's for the US Championship. Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Montez Ford. Bronson Reed needs to be eliminated the first. Why is he in this match? I can't stand him anymore.
I don't think he's going to be in the chamber to start with.
Oh.
I mean, sorry, he'll be in the match, but not fitting in the chamber. Like, probably not. He's too big, isn't he, for that chamber?
Oh, what? You don't think he can fit in the pod?
I don't know. He's pretty wide, isn't he?
Yeah, quite possibly. I thought you meant that something's going to happen backstage.
I also thought that.
You never know.
That would be great. Do that.
Yeah.
Get anyone else in there. Put John Cena in there.
But that's what I was going to say. This is the reason I'm going to go with this. I think Theory's winning this.
Yeah.
So it'd be Theory, Cena, WrestleMania.
I think that, yeah.
Is here.
Exactly. There's been too many.
I think so as well. I also think returning Logan Paul is going to cost Seth the match. Yes. I think it's going to come down to Seth and Theory, and then Logan Paul is going to cost Seth the match, setting up Logan Paul versus Rollins at Mania.
Now, obviously, it's happened before, but it's kind of awkward to do a run-in on an elimination chamber.
Yeah, but
the chamber and then somehow open it when someone's been eliminated.
Yeah,
you can do that transition.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, and that then leaves us Roman versus Sami Zayn.
I really want Sami to win.
Everyone does, but
it has to be Roman.
Yeah,
it has to be Roman.
This is more or less Drew in his hometown, Cardiff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's definitely Welsh.
I
get what you mean. At Clash for the Castle.
Yeah.
Roman has to do it.
I mean, if Roman does win, I hope Sami somehow gets added to the Mania match. Like, it would be criminal to have, Sami and it's good, Sami and Owens challenging for the tag team titles, but Sami has gotten this story like two completely different heights. Like, he got me to follow a WWE storyline. That's a lot. So I really want Sami to win like at least one of the titles.
I just don't think that. Look, they have with the Usos been defending the tag titles individually, but there's no sign that they're doing it with the world.
Yeah.
So I would love it because you think Biggie was the world champion. Yeah. He was injured. They had to do something. Brock became the champion. Brock and Roman title, unification. They never intend, that was not their plan, but they ended up in that position, and now they kind of can't get out of it. If they find some way to say that, look, if Sammy's like, well, I'll just take one of the titles from you or something, they need to split up those belts
or create another title.
The SmackDown Championship to be unveiled by Teddy Long as JBL's like,
finally the SmackDown Championship.
We finally got to see what was in that bag.
Yeah.
I'd love it if it just turned out they'd actually made the belt for like authenticity inside that bag. That there was the SmackDown Championship.
Yeah, gosh.
Like, I wonder if JBL actually counts himself as the SmackDown Men's Champion, because he was announced as it.
He was, isn't he? Yeah.
He's still the champion. In fact, that should have been
the longest reigning. He's the longest reigning SmackDown champion.
Yeah,
it's like 15 years later.
Yeah.
Is that how long it's been?
Ouch.
Okay, so what you think? He beat Eddie Guerrero for the championship.
Yeah,
and this was like a year later, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's 15 years.
So it's like 15, 16 years.
Getting old. Gosh.
I know. It's so weird. I keep thinking back to stuff from like 2008, feeling like it's recent, and it really isn't.
It's not.
David, we were supposed to have a fun talk about wrestling, not remind ourselves of life being very depressing.
Yeah, I could get into that as well. But, okay, so who here... Well, we established this, but TJ, have you seen Dynamite from this week? Because Dav and I both saw some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah. I also didn't catch all of it because I'm home, so not really following a lot of wrestling. But yes, I watched parts of it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the. Yeah, sure.
One question, and this really bugs me all the time, and I can't get into him at all. Roosh, why every time that he wrestles, there's a green cable underneath the ring?
I don't know.
There before, and he gets to use it. He always wraps around someone's neck with the green cable. Why?
I haven't been paying attention.
No idea. No idea. Yeah,
right. Let's see. What was there anything important happened?
I don't think there was anything super important. They announced Moxley versus Hangman in a Texas Death Match.
What was going on with Moxley as well? Falling all over the place.
He's bleeding. That's his gimmick.
Oh, he's bleeding all the time.
He fell over the barrier, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then what was it? The monkey, not the monkey flip, but he got Roosh into the barricade.
Yeah.
It is monkey, not monkey flip, but the springboard kind of thing.
Yeah.
That went a bit wrong, but
yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, what was I about to say? I was a bit distracted because of something funny.
We're talking about what happened at Dynamite.
Yeah, I was, but then I got bored of it. Look, there's a weird headline here. I'm going to click on it to find this out. Let's bring this up because, like, TJ, you haven't been on the new studio here. I can screen share and bring stuff up. So let's see what I've got here. So let's bring up the
Fancy.
Wrestling news. So here we see. There's this headline that's caught my attention here, trying to find out if there's wrestling news. Goldberg wasn't a fan of Rihanna's Super Bowl.
I saw that.
I saw that as well.
How is this a wrestling news story?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Rihanna was freaking horrible. I was disgusted by it. Let's just say that. That's the understatement of the year. I thought it was disgusting. I thought it was horrible. What?
Yeah, I'm going to have to slap Goldberg for that
versus Rihanna at Mania?
Yeah, and
to be fair.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Sorry.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, you can't be dissing my island girl like that. Fellow Bajan.
To be fair, if Rihanna said the same thing about every time Goldberg wrestled, I don't think many people would disagree.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be the ultimate clapback. Rihanna should just be like, have you seen any of your matches recently? Oh my God. What a weird thing. Like, that is definitely a story where there is no context. Wayne Goldberg commenting on Rihanna singing at the Super Bowl.
Slow news.
Oh gosh. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's have a look. What else? Chris Jericho files trademark for past WWF tag team name. I hope it's Jericho. I hope it's It is. Chris Jericho is trademarked Jericho. Wow.
Okay.
So Paul White and Jericho to reunite confirmed.
At AEW. All right.
Do you know what? You use the same site that I use.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing
was it e-wrestling
on yours? Sorry?
Ah.
I don't get
you don't see images.
I'd never get the images.
Really?
Yeah. So like this is new
that's
to
super
me.
weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some images. Right. So yeah.
I love where you hovered.
Well, yeah, exactly. Now, but there are images. Yeah, there's a few good sites or like reasonable ones at least.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. What else happened on Dynamite? Was there anything of importance?
Oh, I did see the Wardlow.
Yeah, the Wardlow match.
Yeah.
Who was Wardlow against?
He was like sitting down with Jim Ross.
Joe.
He was there talking about like giving a heartfelt conversation about his dad with the hair and what it meant. So that was pretty good. Yeah. Gave a bit more context to the actual feud, you know. So.
Yeah. Okay. I can't see anything like major. See if there's any other breaking news that apparently Mark Briscoe is now officially All Elite.
Yeah.
So I'm pleased for him there. Yeah, that was a point actually earlier. We mentioned about that AEW and tag team wrestling. The only time Tony Khan has promoted a tag team match as the main event of a pay-per-view was the Briscoes versus FTR at the Ring of Honor show a few months ago.
Yeah.
Should look for Double or Nothing, they could have a world title match, main event, something. But they should, if they're serious about the tag division, they should have a tag team main event.
I mean, it shouldn't be Double or Nothing. Like it literally, like when they announce something like when they announce Double or Nothing,
hang on, sorry about that. Siri picked up something which someone was saying and it started saying, "Sorry, I didn't catch that." I wanted to hear what you had to say, TJ.
Yeah. When they initially when AEW started and they named one of their pay-per-views Double or Nothing, I was so sure, since they're so serious about the tag team division, that that show should be main evented by a tag team. Like Double or Nothing, the main event's always the tag team titles, but well,
yeah, it's just never happened.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
And it's weird as well because obviously All Out was, I think, 6-man tag main event.
Yeah,
but not All Out, All In.
Yeah, All In. Yeah,
was the Bucks and whoever.
Rey Mysterio.
Bucks and Ray.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How about that?
I'm just seeing that MVP's just responded to Goldberg.
MVP. Yeah. Okay, I need to. What? Hang on. Let's see if I can bring it
go back on your site. Yeah.
Is it on the wrestling news?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's see what MVP's got for Goldberg. I can't see it.
Oh, it's not come up on yours, no?
What, on e-wrestling news?
I've got it on wrestlingnews.co.
I'll just see if it's on Twitter. So let's have a look. MVP.
Might be on Twitter.
MVP.
Yeah, it's on Twitter.
Oh my god. Okay, it says I'm following, so I assume this is MVP. Money Never Sleeps. I don't know if this is the right MVP. It's kind of a generic name. MVP Goldberg. Let's have a look. MVP Goldberg. Okay, an MVP seemingly responds. This is from No DQ. I'm not sure how trustworthy that sounds. Yeah. Okay, let's see what MVP had to say, I've noticed that a lot of people find Rihanna offensive or are disgusted by her performance at the Super Bowl, and not all bothered by a presidential candidate bragging about grabbing women by the. I won't read it on this show.
Yeah, better.
Or a first lady posing nude. Who the heck was that?
That was Trump's wife, wasn't it?
What? I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
I don't know. Well,
Oh,
I'm going to take
okay.
that off the screen just in case anything dodgy comes up. Wow.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know I didn't like the only thing I saw of the Super Bowl. I'm not an American football guy. I saw like there was a trailer for like The Flash and Guardians of the Galaxy. I heard that Rihanna performed, but what was?
I saw the performance.
What was his issue?
Oh yeah, that's. There's a lot of people saying yes or no. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's boring," but like, what do you expect? She's pregnant. Like, she's not going to be doing
pregnant.
things. Yeah, she's pregnant. She's not going to be doing.
That makes it so much worse. Why would he be like a pregnant woman performing at the Super Bowl? That oh my god, Goldberg. That wasn't the right criticism to give.
No.
Oh, dude. Unless this is just a setup for this match at Mania.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh my
god. I don't know. I'd like to see that, and then imagine if MPV was like, "Look, you actually pissed me off."
And then wait, if they're doing Walter versus Lesnar, MVP's like, "Hey, but I'm retired." He brings in Bubbles, Bobby Lashley.
Bobby who?
Bobby who?
Yeah. I don't know. Right, I think that is well. That was normally we get like some breaking news right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
MVP versus Goldberg, Rihanna on a pole match confirmed for Mania. Is a weird one. Charlotte Flair will headline WWE WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley. Could happen, night one maybe.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Bianca thinks Bayley doesn't get the credit she deserves. I kind of said that same thing earlier tonight, actually. She's someone that should have a main event at Mania of the women's
I still
division.
think it should have been Rhea versus Bianca.
Well, yeah, exactly. We've had Charlotte versus Rhea before.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way this makes sense is if Rhea destroys Charlotte. She needs to redeem herself for that BS where Charlotte beat her. She was white hot back then. So
exactly.
If Charlotte wins again, I swear to Foley, if Charlotte beats Rhea again, and Charlotte, I can totally see them. I can totally see them having Charlotte go over Rhea again.
I hope not.
Yeah. The only other interesting story here is it's saying about, I don't think we discussed this before. Jay White, obviously, no longer in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Where's he going? He's been in AEW.
I was going to
go to WWE.
How would he fare in WWE, though? Then again, how would he fare in AEW?
Breathe with the Beyblade. They're going to call him Beyblade Jay White instead of Switchblade.
Beyblade.
Beyblade Jay White. They did a lot of promotion for Beyblade with Austin Theory, so maybe that was leading to Jay White's debut. But an interesting thing to note about the match was that it said it was a loser leaves Japan match, not loser leaves New Japan. They are trying to set up that American territory, so maybe Jay White goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew, as far as I knew that Jay White was still signed for a few years, and then now I'm finding out that his contract is apparently done for. So I don't know. I think Jay White should succeed anyway. I don't know if WWE would be able to, use him properly. New Japan couldn't use him to his full potential. He's such a good heel. So I think the problem was Gedo was always willing to book Jay White, but they would always just go back to Okada. And don't get me wrong, I think Okada is the best wrestler of this generation, but I would say at times even that gets a bit too much. So I don't know if Jay White goes to WWE. I just don't see, even under Triple H, I just don't see them giving him, like, the push that he deserves. I could see him as an upper mid carder at best, which is something that, like, this is also something that we could discuss. Like, the Sammy Roman Cody story plays out, it would say a lot about the Triple H regime. People are saying that Triple H is going to change everything. It's going to be this new frontier in WWE. Depending on, like, putting the title on someone like Sammy is like a very risky move. It is not something Vince McMahon would usually do. Cody's a much safer bet, but Sammy has more of the organic love right now. So this would, like, say, speak paragraphs about how Triple H would run things. It's the same for, like, if you see Triple H having Sammy beat Roman at Mania, you could be like, okay, maybe someone like Jay White would be safe in the hands of Triple H. But honestly, I would have to see it to believe it. I would say Jay White does sign, I can see him getting a US title run, but
I can see him joining the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Or maybe hook it up with AJ when he can return.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't let go of that club,
Yeah.
Never sure what club it is in WWE, but there is a
Yeah.
club.
There's a club.
Yeah, okay, we'll begin to wrap things there. One more thing. Apparently, look, this is the AEW video game. It's going to be at some fan fest. What is that, tomorrow? Do you think they'll actually announce when this thing is ever going to come out?
Yeah, soon.
It has to come out soon. Like, if you've been in Smith's Toys or whatever, they've got it on displays everywhere.
Since 2 years now, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to get this in my PS3 or I'm going to give up sooner or later. Okay. On that note, let's wrap things up. I will refresh the page one more time. TJ, it's good to have you back again. Where can the people find you?
That's a good question. I don't know where I can find myself. That was lame. But you can find me. I don't know. You can check my artwork at All Elite TJ Ripper on Instagram, and maybe next week's show. So yeah.
Well, yeah, we need to respond to everything that happens at Elimination Chamber.
Course. Yeah.
Gav, where can the people find you?
I'm here next week, next time.
Awesome stuff. Okay, my name is David Pistansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at AEW. Sorry, I'm reading the screen. I'm at AEW now. At David Pistansky on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Slam Jam Wrestling Show on YouTube, youtube.com/@Slam Jam Wrestling Show. Smash that subscribe button. And with that, let's just check to see what the Iron Sheik has got to say for himself tonight. And the Iron Sheik has got for us here. And let's just see what we've got here. Loads of... Oh my God, the Iron Sheik is just retweeting Therapeutics. Has he been, like, hacked or something? Therapeutics, drop some whatever.
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
That's not him.
Yeah, the Iron Sheik has been hacked.
Yeah, he's been hacked.
That's your breaking news.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. The Iron Sheik has definitely been hacked here. I hope nothing dodgy comes up.
That's the Iron Sheik there.
Yeah, there you go. F the compression stock. Wow. Okay, so there we go. The Iron Sheik has been hacked, it would seem, officially. And with that, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extreme, keep slamming and jamming, and ciao for now. Boom. And we are off the air.
Yeah.